Peace, peace. What's going on? It's Seven coming to you live and direct from the Psychonaut Academy in Detroit. Oh man, y'all know how I do. I just like to keep it a little interesting. If you know me, we be building on, um, the medicines, sacred animal venoms, you know, uh, psychedelics and theogens, healing, all of that, right? But another thing that I do like to talk about quite a bit is relationships. You know what I'm saying? And being an individual who's poly and that has been in poly relationships since I was 17, I believe, is when I started. So I've been pretty much poly my whole life. There'd be a lot of discussions around it and surrounding it. And, I like to go through those things. You know what I'm saying? I like to bring them to the peoples because this morning I got on like a little post frenzy, sometimes I have certain things that, for whatever reason, be on my mentals. And I might, post, it might be about cancer all day, or it might be about snake venom all day, or it might be about mushrooms or whatever, but just those things that be heavy that I be thinking about that also surrounds, the different businesses that we run here is like, all right, well, let me share that. But the one with relationships, that doesn't really have nothing to do with my profession. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, I do counseling for people relationships, but it's not something that I'm quote unquote known for, but it's actually something that I've been practicing more than anything in my life. I've been, an advocate, poly man, like I said, since 17. So this is something that I've experienced and I have extensive history with. And so today, for whatever reason, I read something and somebody made a comment. It was, oh no, it was the post going around saying something about your man, this, that, and the other, and so had to convince you to get into a poly relationship, and now look at you eating coochie and some shit like that. Like it was some shit. It was like it was being funny. But my thing was, why is it that people who not poly feel the need to try to project negativity onto the idea of poly, the practice of poly, the lifestyle of poly, whatever it might be? You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, why people can't stay in their lane? Like, if you poly, then when somebody posts something about poly, you might want to click on. You might want to see what their viewpoint is, what they expression. And I ain't really saying like people who've been responding to mine because I like the dialogue. I'm saying people who literally go out of their way when there's nobody even saying nothing to them, that just for whatever reason start dissing, downing, and throwing shots at the poly lifestyle. And it's crazy to me because one thing that I've witnessed over time is our community is open as hell to the LGBTQ lifestyle and acceptance and all of that, but they're not to the poly. And I'm like, yo, y'all do realize that poly is what would be referred to as a sexual deviancy in lifestyles, just like the rest of the LGBT. So it's like, how you gonna accept all of them, but then when it comes to poly, now all of a sudden there's this distaste and this, oh, that's nasty and that's fucked up, and it's like, like I was talking to one of my women and I was like, what's fucked up is that poly men get a bad um expression, I'll say, from a lot of society, right? But the truth of the matter is we are doing the work of two, three, sometimes four men. If anything, we should be getting awards. A lot of the men out here are failing the women, are not taking care of them, not protecting them, not providing for them, not giving them the opportunity to be in open, honest, caring relationships, whether monogamous or not. A lot of the men not doing that. So when you find a man who can do all of that with three women, y'all telling me that Y'all think these individuals need to be attacked and ridiculed? You need to be putting us on stage to teach the motherfucking men that y'all fucking with. Word is bond. Because a lot of motherfucking dudes can't hold down a monogamous relationship with one of y'all women the way that some of us can with 2, 3, and sometimes up to 4 women at a time. So it's like I be looking at society and what's going on out here, and I really be amazed, like at the things that people will what's the word I'm looking for? Celebrate and support, and then the things that they'll villainize and degrade. You know what I'm saying? We got a lack of men out here being a father to the children, and you got a nigga taking care of 3 women and 8, 9, 10 children, and y'all want to throw shots and talk shit. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, we see what y'all really want. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to invite a new way. And let me be very, very clear and say this early. Ladies, I am very aware of the bullshit that is going on in the community, that is being presented under the for poly. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, and I ain't like I'm oblivious to it. Like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Everybody I know that says they poly, they no. But I invite y'all to use the same discernment when trying to judge and decide if an individual practicing poly is in a functional way or a non-functional way. Because that's what we're really talking about. And that's why I like this conversation. That's why I like opening these dialogues up. That's why even on social media, I was putting these comments out to allow people to respond and or inquire. Because some people, let me be 100, some people have there's just something in me that always made me kind of feel that maybe I was, or I could be, or I could accept, or I could see, because I could see the benefit in right. Some of us have a natural instinct to it. Some of y'all come from tribes that's what it was, and that's how it operated. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I met the mother of my second mother of my children, and we got together and we were conversating, and at that time it was like boom, I would get into a conversation, and then when in conversation with women would disclose, hey, I'm poly, as opposed to as soon as I'm seeing you somewhere, like, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Yo, let me get your number, just so you know what I'm saying? Because now where I'm at, I'd be like, I want to cut past all the bullshit. So I'm early, right? But at this point, I was practicing a little different. So me and her was sitting and we chilling, having a conversation. I'm cooking dinner, and my other wife walks in. So mind you, this is when I first was getting with her. So this is her first time being over there chilling with me, this and this and that. So my wife walks in, she goes upstairs, she forgot some shit, she comes back down, she leaves out. So Shorty looks, she says, who was that? I said, so that's what I was saying, that I wanted to talk to you about something. That was my wife. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, oh, okay. And then was like, all right, so what you were saying about, and I was like, wait, hold on. So you just gonna hear me say that was my wife, and you just gonna continue on? And she was like, you say you poly, yeah? I was like, yeah. She was like, my father's poly. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Nigeria. I understand how poly is. So, I mean, unless it was something else you want. Listen, the conversation didn't even really need to, oh, well, if that's the case, moving on. Move and shit, and that's what we did. We moved on. You know what I'm saying? And so let me throw something out there, because a lot of the stuff that I be saying, a lot of people don't realize that this isn't inclusive to poly. This is relationships, period, right? And so one thing I want to throw out there is this right here, because I'll talk about these poly relationships and this and that, and specifically the relationship with both of the mother of my children and my additional queen, right? That everybody who knows me for over like the last 10 years, y'all know all of the individuals I'm talking about, right? And people will say to me, because I'll be talking about how beautiful these relationships were and this, that, and they'll be like, so you not in those no more? And I said, no, all of those came to an end. And then they'll be like, oh, well, then shit, well, see, that's what I'm saying. Poly don't work. And I'm like, what do you mean? It was like, it's just, it wasn't successful. Like, it was very successful. And people have this idea that if relationships come to an end, that there you can't see those as successful. That's not the case. Those relationships were very successful. They just came to an end. A planet is something that's made or grown from the beginning. So everything that has a beginning has an ending. This is also why I am so why I lean into poly so much, is because this is something that I have accepted the reality of, where a lot of people look at relationships and try to go into them with what I call the fairy tale mindset. We're going to be together forever. Let's carry on with everything as if we're going to be together forever. What percentage of the relationships that you had lasted forever? Um, mm, it, mm. So let's think about the reality of that. Why would we go into something acting like it's going to last forever when the truth of the matter is the most average length of time for your relationships are, I don't know. What would you say is your average length? Me personally, most of my relationships last for years. So I would say if I was to look at the average length of my relationships, they're probably 7 to 8 years. Like, so if I get in a relationship with somebody, on average, you could probably bet on the house that we're gonna be together for at least 7 years. That's average. You know what I'm saying? Some of them have went longer, right? So if you look, a lot of people I know, their average relationships be like a year, if that. So like people be like having, and I'm not judging. Let me be very clear. I'm not judging because I went through a lot when I was younger, but I went through a lot of experiences, not relationships. See, that was the difference. I really value relationships. So I'm not just gonna jump into a relationship so we can be fucking or so we can be whatever. It was like we can do that without a relationship. We was fucking. I never said you my woman when we started fucking. So why now just say, oh, you gonna be my woman? Why? Because the pussy. Then if you find something else to do, somebody else to do, or whatever else, I don't feel like, oh, a good thing came to an end. It's like, oh, okay, well, you moving on. All right, no problem. Because in those relationships, I have access to other people. I don't need to feel like I own you. You need to do what I need you to do. I be hearing these people getting these phone calls. Where you at? Put me on FaceTime. Yeah, all right. Well, when you finish, bring your ass home. And I be like, oh my God. Yeah, if that's your idea of love, I don't want it. I don't want it. And a lot, okay. So I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and she said to me, it seems like most women want to control men. What is that all about? And I said, that's because most women have been disappointed in the reality of the situation, relationships and such. And so they've started to adopt this idea that they need to train these men the same way that they train their sons. I need to be responsible for your decisions. I need to be able to lead you, to guide you, to tell you what, where, when, and how to keep your ass from doing some dumb shit. It's understandable, but it comes from a lack of men being in the home because women don't understand. They never were the ones to teach and train the boys. They never was the ones to raise the boys. You know what I'm saying? They breastfed them children. At 7 years old, children start to pump their own blood. Up until 7 years old, children are pumping the blood of their mother. Okay, so they literally still feel like they are part of her. That's why you'll have a little boy 5 years old. Oh my mommy, oh my mommy. That boy turns 7. He be like, man, I'm going with my daddy. And the mom be like, what the fuck just happened? Like over the week, he just like he don't give a fuck because he started pumping his own blood. And at that time, that's when what do we call it? Ego comes into play, the understanding of self separate from everybody else as well as in relationship to everybody else. At that age, that's when the boys are sent off with the men to go through their initiations to initiate them into the manhood. And then as they get older, around 13 years old, see, when they start going into puberty, then they go through a rites of passage. You've been initiated, you've started, but now you have the right to pass into further growth and development. And this is how things went. So women didn't have to teach and train the boys or the men. They came back and they just knew what the fuck to do. And the women was like, oh shit, look at my son out there being a motherfucking man. You go, son. And now we have lost that through slavery and through all of the other bullshit. Now you got to think, over the last 60 plus years, most households have been single mother households. Shout out to the women for holding it down when us as men were not able to or just was not stepping up. Shout out to y'all. But that's where the whole idea of women controlling men, teaching men, telling men, this is where it comes from. This is a slave mentality. This is the woman who's sleeping with the slave master telling the other slaves, listen, boy, you better, I'm trying to get you from getting killed, trying to get you from being beaten, trying to get you from suffering from the things that will happen that Mister will put down on you. He's not going to do the same things to me that he's going to do the things to you. Now, he's going to do some horrible things, but they're not going to be the same type. This is a mentality that was instilled into us. A lot of us lose process in our mind, lose the understanding that some of our grandparents come from slave parents. So the whole idea of love was keeping you alive, keeping you, shut up, I'm trying to keep you alive. So now that we have the ability to live, to thrive, and to operate, we have continued on with some of the same teachings. So with that being said, now the understanding of what a woman is has been lost, because that's no longer even a idea. It's not a discussion. It's not a talk. There's no discussion about what a real woman is and what a real woman does, as there is about men. And most of those what a real man is and does lists are created by women. So what we have is we have women paying attention and teaching what men are, and men are not paying attention to anything. They're just listening to what their mothers say until their mothers pass them to whatever women are going to utilize these men. Now, I'm up for debate. I'm up for all the discussions. If anybody got something to say, throw it out there. You know what I'm saying? We could debate it. Like, we could talk about it, you know, but this is where all of this come from. So me having an understanding of all of these things early and studying the human psyche and the Black community and what is the atrocities that are taking us off this planet mentally as well as physically, that's where even me being a healer and dealing with all of these things come from. Don't I have to study the very things that I'm going to assist you in battling? That's why I'd be ready for the debates, because a lot of them come from emotional points of views instead of logical and historical. These things that I'm saying can be shown and proven. Not only that, but they now can be corrected. I am a man who's ushering back in the old times, and I'm talking about pre 7,000 years ago. Pre 7,000 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So this was a time where we knew wrong with that. At this time, now there's a problem with roles. People don't even like the roles that they are supposed to hold in the community. And I'm like, well, what is it that you want to do? Anything we want. It's a chaotic community. And where chaos breeds, everything else does, right? But if you want order, right? Peace is the absence of confusion. That's what peace is. It's the absence of confusion. I like peaceful relationships. So with that, we put order into our relationships. And as a poly man, my order is man is the foundation. Man is the deciding factor. I am here to protect and provide. Ain't that what y'all keep telling me? Okay, well, if I'm going to protect you, that means I need to be in charge. If I'm going to provide to you, that means I need to be in charge. And that is not just in charge of the household, that is also in charge of my manhood. I don't follow rules, laws, or directions laid down by my woman. That might work for others. Remember, relationships are all built on agreements. But I'll say this, to the women who have issues with the things that I say, but have a desire for the things that I supply, or yeah, that I supply. And you want a man to do these things, but you don't want to walk with this mindset. I ask you to create your own idea of how you see your relationship going and create it. Because I'm okay, let's talk about it. People talk about poly. Oh yeah, men always talking poly until a woman want multiple men. And then what he do? What you mean what he do? How do I feel about it? Let me tell you how I feel about it. I support that idea totally. I support the idea of a woman having multiple men. There are cultures and there are times in history where there were matriarch type of, and there were multiple women, and I mean, excuse me, there were multiple men to each woman. You know what I'm saying? But that was for a time. That was for a reason. There was a lack of, right? So with that being said, there is not a lack of right now. Furthermore, when I am in a relationship with a woman who has multiple men, as a alpha male or sigma male or whatever these titles that we put on, as a self-made man, I'm cool with that. We can be in a relationship, but I'm not going to be financially responsible for you. Simply be put, because I don't take care of no other men. I found in my relationships with other women that have other men that these other men are not financially stable like I am. And I find that I end up putting food in the house that they be eating, sending motherfuckers on trips that they be going on. Nah, I'm not. No. You can use me, but y'all ain't going to use me. My woman can use me. My woman's other man cannot use me. So with that being said, all that I have for her is the things that I can give directly to her. That support, that motherfucking all of that. But as far as like financial stability, no, you got multiple men, you can get those dollars over there. Or if you got two men and I'm one of them, we can go thirds on some shit. Your third, his third, and my third. I'm okay with that. And I'm dead ass serious. Is he serious right now? Yes, I am. The way that I put my women in houses and provide them for all the things they need, that's because they are seeing me as their man. I'm paying the cost to be the boss. So, like, if you are seeing me and somebody else, I'm not gonna be putting you in a home. I'm not finna put you in no motherfucking house so your other dude can come through and slang thing in there. The fuck is you talking about? And then when we talk about, well, if I want to have multiple men, yeah, you gotta put me in the house, shorty. You want to do what I do what I do. You put me in the house. You pay my bills. You take what? What you mean what I'm talking about? What y'all talking about? You got two. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Right? So that's my outlook. I've done that. And no, I'm not taking care of my woman and her dude no more. Now, I will take care of my woman and her chick. You know what I'm saying? If she might type, and I'm not joking. No, I'm not joking at all. Hell no. If my woman has another woman and that woman needs something, then I care for her. That's another woman. That's what I'm saying. I'm here to protect and provide for the women and children of my community, not the men. Come on, you supposed to be out here getting it with me, dog face. How you laid up in our bed, motherfucker, asking her to get you something, right? Furthermore, you can't worship but one God. What you mean? Listen, unless you cannot have children no more, the discussion to have you to having two men. All right, well, I want to have a baby. You, my woman, I'm ready to have a baby. But he want to go and travel and take you to out of the country to 3 different places next year. So being pregnant is not an option. Now what do you do? See, one of my women want to travel internationally next year, and one of my women want to spend a year pregnant. I can accommodate both of them. So I just be wanting women to really look at the reality of what they asking, what they putting on themselves. You know what I'm saying? What they putting on themselves. So I support it. I'm just saying, are we saying that because I'm playing tit for tat? Well, if you can do it, I can do it. All right, but can you do it? my women in that. Now I'm gonna tell you, the woman I dated before, and she was like, "Nah, I want multiple men." I said, "You could do it, but just not with me. I'm an alpha dude. I can supply for myself. I can do it for myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, right?" So I told her, "You can get it though. It'll just probably be with some dudes that are like more like some beta shit, you know." And lo and behold, a couple years later, we kicking talking, and she told me like, "Yo, I'm poly. I still got. I got. I got 2 men. Oh, you got 2? What? Yeah, yeah." I was like, "Yo, them niggas dominant." She was like, "Nah, they made it, but I got what I wanted." I'm like, "That's cool," and not dissing them. There's nothing wrong with that, brother. They ain't no punk ass dudes. They just not on some alpha shit. They don't give a fuck about controlling, leading, running shit, all of that. So they don't mind her being the alpha, and it's dope. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what people need to realize. This is what I don't be having judgments on people's, even with the LGBTQ with shit. Like, I used to be judgmental. Why? What the fuck I'm worried about somebody and what they doing over there? I had to realize, like, everybody want to be happy. You like something different. Me talking about somebody being gay or being with a white person or being with whatever they being with is just like somebody dissing me for being poly. I love being poly. I love my women. I love having my women around me, taking care of me, nourishing me, loving me, and coming together like in a beautiful, like, I hate to see the shit that be going on out here in society with these sisters. So when I got women that belong to me, that can get along and that can build and that we can bring things forward and offer our baby the greatest of everything, like, fuck, why wouldn't I like that shit? Why wouldn't I? You know what I'm saying? And I want for everybody to be happy as I am. I want you all to find the perfect relationship for you. You know what I'm saying? Beth said, poly conversations are vital, creates a space for openness and learning. Exactly. Because there's a whole lot of LGBTQ relationship talks, a whole lot of monogamous relationship talks, and doing it from this aspect, a religious aspect, and all, but no foundating principles and conversations about poly. And even though I feel like everybody's relationships are built on what they want, I do feel like when it comes to poly, that everybody need. Okay, here we go. Let me say it like this: the way that I can explain everything that I do, how I operate, how I move within this, and it can be explained from the beginning to any woman that's asking questions, that's inquiring to any. I feel like any person that says they're poly needs to have that shit down. Not know, oh, well, it depends. What you mean it depends? What you mean it depends? This is where a lot of the bullshit come from. Oh, hold on. We got people over here commenting and I ain't even see it. Also, in my personal experience in practicing poly more, meaning she can do what I can do 99% of the time, the interest in her dealing with other men withers rather quickly. I meet very few women that even have the design for that type of plural male presence. Yeah, I've seen that same thing, Logic. A woman that can make it far enough to use me is already vetted past the channels of potentially misusing me. Actual men, meaning healthy men. Okay. I also think a large portion of the interest in control from the woman's perspective comes from having a short list of actual men they've encountered. So they make efforts to force men they deal with to attribute to attract qualities they've associated manhood with along the way. Yeah, 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 for sure. I once heard a homie say, if y'all fucking and doing favors, y'all in a relationship. Period. You feel me? And okay, Odu Sanye says, and I hate when women say he cheating and you accept it. So you might as well be poly. Like what? What would you be poly and he a cheater? That ain't how this works. I know that's right. I know that's right. I be hearing that same shit. Be like, wait, what? Where the fuck that come from? You know you can cheat in a poly relationship, right? Like being poly don't just mean like, oh, I do whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? It means that there's agreements that are had within the realms of the relationships, right? So now I have had relationships that they've gotten to the point where it was like, all right, I'm gonna tell you what, like I ain't really don't give a fuck about this relationship no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Um, that's me letting you know that whatever boundaries that we had, I don't give a fuck about them no more. I'll go fuck somebody else. I do, cause so if you want to be here, fine, but I'm not, no, because of blah 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 blah, right? But No, like you can cheat in a poly relationship, like period. You know what I'm saying? Peace, baby. All right, but yeah, man, go ahead. Oh, the movie went on. Yeah, it's time for me to put on another movie. So yeah, these conversations are vital. These things are very important because there's so many what's that word? What's that word? Misconceptions. There's so many misconceptions, and it's like, and it starts to put a separation because people start to say things and it starts to be judgmental. That's why I said to somebody earlier today. Somebody said, I could never do that because it's nasty, because you swapping DNA with multiple people. And I was like, wait a minute. If it's nasty, then my question is, what's the nasty part? Because I said self is the measuring stick of the world. So when a person says that, it makes me think that something is nasty about them that they're aware of. And they are saying like, nah. Okay, for an example, a dude goes all day. So I know other motherfucking nasty motherfuckers is picking ain't up. And it's like, dog, like, I mean, I might pick my nose and, put it on some tissue and wash my hands or whatever, but you just washing around and putting boogers on other people's hands, you nasty. And so when they say, oh, I don't shake hands because people's hands be nasty, it makes me think that they hands is hands is nasty, right? Because my whole thought was like, how is my mate nasty? Because if I got three mates, are all of them nasty? Or are they all nasty because they all fuck with me? Or who's nasty to motherfucker? Because if she's not nasty and she not nasty and she not nasty, then how is it that because I deal with all of these people now it's nasty? And that's projection. That's people just thinking shit. And it makes me think, okay, there's something nasty going on with you, and you thinking that whatever that you got that's nasty, you okay with that nasty coming back to you. But if both of them got that nasty, once I got all three of y'all nasties on me, I'm giving. Wait, now I'm trying to figure out what type of nasty you got going on. Like, what is this that we're referring to as nasty? Can we give it a real scientific name so I can understand what I'm dealing with? Because people talk that shit, and then I was like, okay, well, people who monogamous can go and cheat. People who are monogamous, because they saying, oh, just because you saying that you in a poly relationship and all of y'all are open and honest about what y'all do. So insinuating that if we say we all know that we in this triad and nobody's gonna sleep with nobody outside of this, or nobody's gonna sleep with nobody outside of this without protection or whatever, and one of these people go sneak off and do that. Well, can't your mate, if you in a monogamous relationship, sneak off and go do? Because I know a lot of people in monogamous relationships who they dudes are sneaking off, fucking on somebody else. What they got to do with poly? The thing is, with poly, they don't have to sneak off and go do some shit. All they got to do is either talk to their mate or they've already had that talk and those things is already understood. That's what people don't understand about people in poly relationships. When I was dating a woman who was open with other dudes, she would come home and tell me about the conversations when they first took place. I was at a gas station today and this nigga came up to me talking about some da. I was like, blah, blah, blah. He was like, and I was like, okay, good answer. I like shit. Well, you got another? Hell yeah, I gave another. Nigga was, ooh, okay. Oh, okay. 2 weeks later, hey, you remember I was telling you, hell yeah, well, I'm about to go out with them tonight. A word? Okay, shit. Well, I'm going out with so-and-so, like, y'all want to meet? Nah, I want to meet him by myself so I can, fuck, what we lying for? We grown. See, that's the thing about poly relationships. There's no fear. See, a lot of these monogamous relationships, I'm telling y'all, I told you already, these men was raised by their mothers. These men was raised in shame and fear already. And so the relationships are founded in the same goddamn thing. Tell me I'm lying. Somebody tell me. Stop me from lying. Tell me that the majority of these dudes are not scared about the shit that could take place in their relationship. They scared to lose their children. They scared to lose their home. They scared to lose their woman. So with that being said, they do what? Follow instructions. It's a fear-based and shame-based. So you know what I'm saying? You got to keep these things in mind. Like these things are again distilled. And so if you want a man, you want that man to be a man. You want him to be, this is the thing about it. I be telling women, You want a man who's going to be a man. You want a man who's going to not wait for anything, who's going to tell you, who's going to be all of this. And they like, shit, now I want my man. No, what you want is you want that while he's being a man and making decisions and taking charge, that all the decisions are linked in integrity and righteousness and betterment for all of us. Then you can sit back and go, oh shit. The reason that women are not comfortable with that is because most of them have not been exposed to a man who actually handles business, that actually is taking care of these things, that actually has sexual self-discipline, that actually has the ability to go out and protect and to be physically fit and to provide and to be financially fit to function in the lifestyle that they desire. Just because you poly don't mean you need to be practicing it. That's my personal opinion. All of this is my personal opinion. But this is from somebody who's been poly for over 25 years, that's very founded in what they're doing and whose relationships are very successful. The most motherfucking treacherous and difficult conversation that I've had in the last 20 years was the one that I went into with monogamy a few years ago. Period. And everybody who's been following, you know what I'm saying, and being privy to, y'all know I'm telling the motherfucking truth. Like, look at that. Because of the mindset of ownership, of control, of all of this, you got to think that was not present before we had people taking ownership and control of us as a people. That was ludicrous. You can walk next to me, woman, but you can't walk on me, over me. You can't control me. You can't tell me what to do. Let's move on. This idea of I'm not sharing my man. This, my man. So, again, everybody's relationships is their decision. My response to that, the way I run my relationships, is that I am a full man. When I met the woman I'm with, I had two homes. Okay. I had everything I had on my own. And when I met her, I'm saying to my women, I see value in you. And I want to invest in you because I see the value in you. And if you accept the terms of this agreement, then these are the things that you'll be provided with. Okay, bet. All right, bet, 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 bet. You start getting provided those things. Not what you want, what I told you would get. Wants are different, and we work those out as we go. But your wants do not supersede mine, right? So, moving forward, I might find value in somebody else for whatever reason. A lot of y'all assume for whatever reason, whether it be sexually, whether it be mentally, whether it be emotionally. And I say to this person, wow, I see value in you. Peace, God. I'm Amari. Side. I'm with that. You know, I'm always with that. I say to this woman, I see value in you, and I'm going to invest in you. I'll invest these things in you should you choose to be with me. And she says, huh, okay. Those things that you are saying you provide, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Well, what about these other things that I do on the side? I don't care about that as long as what you're telling me I'm gonna get, I'm okay with that. All right, bet. I'm here to hear your perspectives. Plus, you say real shit. Oh, peace, queen. So then I started a relationship with both of them. All things still being provided. How is that first woman going to say, oh, I don't like this? I'm sharing my shit with somebody else. What is it that you're sharing with somebody else? Nothing. Nothing. You are being offered, given, and provided things from somebody. You do not own that body. You do not own what that body owns. That I do, that I bring forward is mine. If I want to give you 10% of it and it makes you happy, because what I call 10% of mine to you is 30% times what you've ever done, cool. And if that is actually only half of what you've been able to do and you accept it, cool. But how does me giving another 10% of what I have to somebody else change my 10% that I'm giving to you? This idea of sharing my man, I don't see that. I see it as a person takes care of the things that belongs to them. You belong to me. That's why I take care of you. So I'm not sharing my woman that I'm investing in. What are you investing? No, you are giving yourself, you are offering yourself to me for the things that relationships are agreements. Let's not act like they not. Because monogamous agreements are I'm going to belong to you and you're going to belong to me. And whatever happens after that, I don't know. Because I'd be like, nah, I'm good on that. Nah. Because most of the women that I've dealt with, they need me to protect, provide, and to lead. They have a issue with doing these things on their own. When they've done these things on their own, they've led themselves into fucked up situations. And this is not a judgment. I'm needing y'all to see how I see this. I'm telling y'all, you all have fucked with the wrong dudes, wrong women, wrong people, and have ended up in fucked up situations. So when you meet me, and now I'm able to walk, talk, and operate functionally, and then even help you to make decisions to get you on the right path, you can't tell me what to do. You've already shown that your motherfucking decision making skills need some assistance. I'm here to assist you with that. So for you to tell me where I need to be and who I need to be, no, because I've been successful in all of my undertakings. I don't have no women's breaking my cars, no niggas shooting my house up, nobody flattening my tires. I don't have none of that. I ain't never dealt with none of that type of shit. None of that. Why? Because I know how to operate functionally. So with that being said, I can lead myself. But if you would like some leadership, some game on finances, some game on relationships, on how to heal trauma, all of the things that I come with, if you would like, that's cool. I'm here. And you're like, I wish I would. Well, don't wish you would, baby. If you don't and you ain't, those who do and who are like, shit, that's exactly what I need. Because I always make this watch this right here. This is the example when I'm talking to a woman and they like, I'm just saying, though, this shit don't feel right. I say this right here. Check this out. I'm at the house. I done got off of work. Came to the crib, played with the babies, talked to them a little something, whatever. Spent time. Yo, chill with you. Cooked a little something, fed you, spent time. I gave you what you needed, got you all calm. And I'm like, yo, I'm about to go over my brethren Amari crib. We about to play some chess. It's like 6:30, 7 o'clock. I leave. I go to my man Amari crib. We bust out the scotch, start drinking a little scotch, blowing some cigars, playing chess, king shit. You understand? Boom. Motherfucker just chopping it up, talking about the old days. You know what I'm saying? Everything. I get slizzard and I go to sleep on his couch. He go upstairs. He go to sleep. You know what I mean? Next morning I get up like, yo, man, I gotta get to the crib, man. All right, I give my brethren some dap. I get back to the crib. Baby, where you was at, man? Drinking that scotch, boy. That Glenlivet's, you already know how be having me. I fell asleep on brethren couch and shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, cool. Well, you want breakfast? No, I'm good. We about to go out to brunch. Da, 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 da. No problem. No problem at all with none of that. Now, rewind. Play. I did everything that I just said I did. Make sure you good, shorty good, blah, blah, split. All right, I'm about to leave. Where are you going? Shit, I'm about to go over here to Jessica crib. All right, I go over to Jessica crib, you know what I'm saying? Kick it with the youth. You know what I'm saying? They already eating dinner. I snack a little bit on the dessert, you know, sit here, kick it with my girl, blah, 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 go upstairs, bing, bing, bam, bam. Whatever took place, took place. The next day, I get up in the morning and I'm about to go home. I get home. Where you was at? I was at Jessica's crib. What the fuck? So you out all night with some mother... Wait, pause. There was no problems when I was at my brother's house playing chess, drinking scotch. There was no problems, no issues. You weren't not protected, not provided for, not nothing. But when you know that I was over here providing guidance, leadership, assistance to another women and children, now it's a problem. This is not sharing your person. This is a problem with selfishness. When you look at your sister and you say, I want for my sister what I want for myself, how does that mean everything except for a man to go over there and keep it real with her, keep it 100 with her, take care of her, help her, protect her, provide her, give her guidance and leadership? Do y'all have all these sister circles? Y'all say y'all want y'all sisters to have what y'all want. Where's the difference? Give me a reason why one of those scenarios is acceptable and one of them isn't. That's how I see it. That's how I operate. That's how I see. I know what I'm doing and where I'm going. I don't need no assistance. I didn't need nothing to get with you. Yeah, but look at her. Look at who you were before we got together. Look at who, because I'm not one of them who go, listen, when I go out here and I see a refined woman, listen to me, a refined woman. A lot of y'all know what I mean when I say that. When I see a refined woman, usually I don't pay her too much attention because in my mind, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I believe she already belonged to somebody. Now, if she makes her presence known to me and she's not with somebody she's choosing, then I'll engage. But when I see these heavily refined women in the community, I respect them. Peace, queen, peace, sis. I ain't finna, you gotta make, I can look at her and assume she does not. I mean, that she does. And if she does not and she wants me to know that, she will. She will. Outside of that, I'm looking to make my own. My women don't come already made. I'm not looking for no woman who somebody already gave knowledge, already gave leadership. Like, she's good. They good. If they want me, they'll find me. If they want to build with me, because that's what that would be. They want to build with me. And I'm okay with that. To y'all, if y'all watching, y'all like, he always getting them like fresh and making them. That's because those are the ones who listen the most. I know, I already told her, you can't open this. If you open it, it will be broke. It's a toy, so it don't open because it wants to make the noise. Okay? Yeah, it don't open. Don't open it, it'll break. Okay? Tell Zayara. So that's how I see that. That's how I see that. Anybody got any questions, comments, concerns? I'm here for it. Like I'm telling y'all, I'm here for it. So, these ideas that are spread, like it's like, yo, let's put some balance within them. Okay, the finances. Okay, this whole thing about, you over with another woman, you somewhere else, so my security is threatened. Stop it. Stop it. If I'm at work, is your security threatened? Stop it. Y'all try to insinuate things and put certain things into certain places. So you telling me I can't leave the house without your security being threatened. If you somewhere across on the east side with her, then something happened. Well, if come across the east. See, y'all be projecting and try to put bullshit into the mix, right? Yeah, like I don't do that. We gonna live together. I'm on a live, baby. I'm not taking that apart. You play with your toys. I always tell y'all responsible for your toys. I ain't asked you to fix my phone. Those your toys. Who she talking to? Shoot, that's the little Leo though. So we go back and forth. But yeah, so all right, where I was at. Okay, what is I was talking about? Dang, see, dang, baby, man. Okay, what was it about finances? Nah, I feel like it was something else. No, somebody catch me up where I was at. Come on, somebody help me out where I was at. Shit, put it in the message because I felt like I was on a roll and shit. She threw me off. I gotta find my blood back up. Where I was at, y'all. Let me see. Okay. Because we was talking about poly, we was talking about the misunderstand. Oh, the separating of the houses. Man, if you don't cut that shit out, man, I got me a house and get you one too. What is you talking about? You better take that blessing. Now, shit, right now, okay. To those of y'all, let me on some real shit. If you on some like, I would like poly, but I have a threat with my security. If this is a real concern, I don't want to brush it off like, man, you better go on with that shit. Let me tell you, I'm saying that, but the way I operate, the house that I'm sitting in right now is directly next door to the pad. The pad is my house. I got this house for one of my women, and I got that house for me and my other woman. And if I was to add on, I'm gonna get that house for me and my other woman. But the way I've always operated is even when I have multiple houses, they on the same block or right around the corner from each other or right down the street from me. Like, what is you like? Listen, if we actually had an empire, because we emperors and empresses and we're building an empire, right? That's why we're doing poly, because we're empire building, right? This empire building, man, you ain't got no businesses, but you empire building. I'm talking shit. Yep, I'm talking king. Yup, shit. Okay. Anyway, if we actually had an empire, and one of my wives was on this side of the empire, and the other wife was on that side of the empire, or the castle, or the mansion. How long do you think it's going to take for me to get from one side of the mansion to the other? Because I can guarantee you that the length of time that it takes for me to get from one of my houses to the other is going to beat the time that it takes for you to run from one side of your empire. Or let me tell you how close my shit is. I was cooking the egg yesterday, a fried egg, and I like mine over medium, right? With the yolk in the middle still soft. And I cracked the egg and I put it in the pan. I put the salt on, put the pepper on, and I went to get the spatula. And I was like, oh shit, there's no spatula. Fuck. And I turned and I was like, ugh, and I took off and I ran to the other house, got a spatula, and came back to the house to be able to flip my egg over, and it was still not over hard. It was over medium, the way I wanted it. So I'm able to fry an egg in the time that it takes me to get to one house and back to the other house, and I'm threatening your security. Then you don't have a lack of security. You have a trauma that needs to be solved. You know what I'm saying? Come on, talk to me. I talk back. Talk a little shit, cause I talk that. You gotta be able to have a little fun to actually have a conversation with me, y'all. I'm very serious, but at the same time, I like to play, I like to laugh, I like to crack jokes. You know what I'm saying? I like to make fun of everybody, including myself, but also you. You know what I'm saying? But like I do this poly shit. Like this is what I've done my whole life, and really on some 100 shit. I feel like if a lot more people embrace it, they'll probably actually find out a lot more about themselves than they know. No, I'm not going to open it. We're done talking about that. Thank you for asking though. You know what I'm saying? Um yeah, the poly, like I hear all of the I wish I would because, and I just see, where healing needs to take place. This is my personal opinion. I'm not saying anybody that's not poly needs to heal. I'm saying that anybody who has a adverse reaction emotionally, mentally, or verbally to poly, you got something you need to work out. Just like when they say anybody who walking around hating gay people, well, what happened to you? Who touched your booty when you were small and got you questioning if you like stuff like that? And now you hate anything that reminds you of that thought. Oh, my bad. I ain't mean to put your business out there. I don't know your name specifically, but why the fuck you walking around hating some shit that you ain't even supposed to have nothing to do with? So that's why I be looking like when people be talk like, yo, what is you going through? What happened to you? Who put you through something? Who lied to you? You know what I'm saying? Who deceived you? Because it ain't got nothing to do with my relationship, because my shit is Gucci. My relationships are lovely. You know what I'm saying? The trust, the love, the acceptance, the shit. Everybody getting what the fuck they been looking for. Like shit, as well as building our own motherfucking communities. You know what I'm saying? Because that's you got to think about. Like it takes a certain type of individual to be able to accept something like that and to deal with something like that. And there's reasonings why, and a lot of them is based in and rooted in a lack of trust. Me with the my issues that I went through was abandonment. Seems like these days most women who agree with polygyny are bisexual and want or think they supposed to pick out what they want. Ooh, good conversation right there, Archeon. Okay, okay. Let's bring that into the conversation. Let's talk about that. Okay. Hey, share this video, y'all. Let's get some more comments, questions, concerns. Share this video so other people can take place in this. This is a good one. Okay. Okay. Let's talk. Now I got it. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I have to approach this softly because personally, I accept both. I know where you come from, right? Um, like so me, I am okay with my women being bi. However, however, in no way, shape, or form is that an automatic, oh, you sleeping with me and my other woman, first of all, because usually, okay, let's take the older relationships that I already had. When I was with them three women, two of them was bisexual, one of them was not. And the two that was bisexual, we did not do things together. It wasn't until our relationships ended that we started doing shit together. While we was in a relationship for them 12 years, if me and one of them did something, we did it with whatever woman, who her girl. And if me and the other one did something with a chick, we did that with whoever else, me and her, and usually whatever other chick that I would. You see what I'm saying? So I would even keep those encounters separate. So this idea that the wife, this is where this gets interesting to me in a conversation, is where the wife gets to decide who the man's next wife is. Man, you got me fucked up. You can choose your next wife or your next potential partner, but you will never choose mine. Hell no. Hell no. Listen. Listen. All right. I'm gonna be 100. The like shit, a lot of the women that I've dealt with at one time was not bisexual, but was lesbians. You know what I'm saying? Some of them had wives. Some of them only dealt with women exclusively, type of shit like that, right? So the women that they've been with haven't been the like, if you wanted to bring a another person that you've been with or that you did, they not usually attractive to me, because usually there was some type of separation from the physical of a man, but the masculinity was still desired, and so they would have masculine type of women. Um, I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? I had a homegirl who was a lesbian and dressed like a dude, and I was like, she came on to me one day, and I was like, "What the fuck? Hey, man, I ain't with that funny shit." And she was like, "What?" And I said, "Listen, I respect the fuck out of y'all. I respect the fuck out of y'all so much that I don't like you've clouded my like you the homie. You like my homeboy. Like you wanted that so bad. I see you like that. Now you trying to touch on me like dog. That shit ain't cool." And she's like, "Is you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Listen, the only way that I'm gonna be comfortable with knocking the Sonic coins out your ass is if you put on like some female shit, like a dress or a mini skirt and some woo woo, and come over and let me." And she was like, "Nah, nigga, I'm not doing all that." I'm like, see what I'm saying? You want to come looking like my homeboy, and I'm supposed to address you and do something? Stop it. No, hell no. Right? So, me personally, I got homeboys who be like, "What, man? That's a woman. I'll do da 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 da." That's cool. For me, just the whole is it's like, no, I'm good, right? And so one day I was talking with her on FaceTime. I hit her up and boom, she had just got out the shower and came and fell into the bed. Bow. And just the hair was just glossing and and I was like, oh shit. Hey, remember how I was like, I won't fuck you because you got to come in a skirt? You can come just like that. You come just like that. I beat the Sonic coins out your ass. Like it was funny as hell because it was like there wasn't nothing. It was just, you know what I'm saying? So those types of conversations is like, yeah, I mean, I don't want to be telling your girl like she gotta come dressed feminine. Like that's not gonna make her comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never really wanted the backings of, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we either gonna if it's somebody who's interested in both of us and they know how we get down, because at that time, me and one of my queens, we were swingers, like, you know what I'm saying? The other one was like, well, I'm bi, but y'all do a little bit more than I'm trying to do. So me and her closed the door, and I was like, yes, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? So that is true. You know what I'm saying? That is out there, and so for me, I would always give that understanding very clear when if I'm courting a woman or talking to a woman and we discussing possibly, I would let it be known like, look, well, whatever we are moving into, this is for us. This is for us. Now, if at a later date we get comfortable with other things and other people, and you might want to include them in something, then that can be discussed. But in no ways are we creating this for this. I'm not bringing a woman on to add her on for me and my other woman. Like, nah, that's messy. That's messy. You know what I mean? And I think that that's another thing is a lot of people mix polygynous, polygamy, poly with polyamory, right? That's a whole different ball game. That polyamory, which is cool for those who are like that, right? But that's not, I feel like the bisexual polygamy would be a temporary journey, nothing that would last. Just my opinion. Personally, my wives would have to be straight. Right. I get what you're saying. And that's why I'm saying that I'm not interested in crossing the boundaries within the relationships. So my wives ain't got to be straight, but me and my wives generally aren't sleeping together. If my one of my wives is bisexual or does have desires of other women, that will be, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want her over here fucking my other woman while I'm gone. Like, nah, fuck your own woman. It's fucking my woman. That's my woman. Like, the fuck is wrong? Like, so that's how I am. You know what I mean? And if both of my women do find, you know what I'm saying, some interest within each other, I usually try to not, but I'm not one of the people like, no, it's not allowed. I'll give my reasons. I'll explain it to them. I'll tell them what to be cautious of because I've been doing this so long that I already know what type of shit happens and when it does happen, what that brings about. And I like to keep that shit to where you can all, it's like how they say, don't fuck people at work or don't fuck with your neighbor. Anybody ever made that mistake? Fucking with somebody at work? Anybody ever made a mistake at fucking with one of your neighbors? When that goes bad, it fucks up everything. If you fucking somebody at work and then now it goes bad. And anyway, now your work environment is fucked up. You fucking your neighbor and it go bad, now your living environment is fucked up. Somebody who's watching everything you do every time. Somebody want to answer my call. You got that bitch over there. Does she know that other bitch was all right? Like, yo, listen. So I see those things as the same thing as mixing your women. Like you got one of your women fucking with the other. I don't even, again, I want my women to have their own houses. I don't even want y'all in the same house, let alone in the same bed. Y'all gonna start fucking. Y'all gonna start being around each other all the time. Your period's gonna start linking up. What the fuck? So now when you on your period, so is she. Goddamn, like what the fuck? Like you throwing too much shit. No monkey wrenches in the game. Oh man, more than likely when they have a strong emotional, intimate attachment and one leaves, the other will. Ooh, that means that they wasn't dating you, they was dating each other. I ain't never had that. Nah. When one of mine leave, they be looking like, oh, we gonna miss you. It's like, we ain't going nowhere, miss. Hope you get some shit together. Nah, I feel like if a man handling his business, they don't give a fuck where one of them other women go. Like, we've mourned the loss of our wives together. Like, they'd be like, shit, like, damn, like, we just because I be heartbroken when my relationships end. I'm really, like, I don't just hop in relationships, you know what I'm saying? I really do care. You know what I'm saying? I really do love. I do invest. So my women know how I feel about my other women. You know what I'm saying? And they start to have that type of love, right? So when the relationship comes to an end and one of them leaves, shit, we all mourn that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't one of them who be like, oh, bitch, you better pick sides. You don't, if she's gone, don't talk to her no more. Shit like, nah, that's, whatever. So I've had where one left and they've, not dealt with me no more, but have dealt with one of my women still temporarily for whatever point in time. But then I already be knowing what that's about, and I'd be like, all right, I'm okay with it because I already know what's going on. And for me, it's like you go ahead and take your own tests and battles. You know what I'm saying? Because after it, and the tests come, and they be like, oh, I see what she's trying to do. I invite those types of things though. It's okay because it's life and everybody learns, you know what I'm saying? Whatever those decisions are. Like this is the thing about it. Like for real, when we are who we say we are, we walk in with integrity and we do what we say we gonna do and we provide, we protect, we respect, we love, we cherish, we do all of this shit. When somebody walks away, I always say being without God is the worst punishment that you could have. They always, if you who you say you are, they're always going to feel it. Period. They're always going to feel it. Took them away, usually they'll regret it, whether it was somebody else or something else, or you know what I'm saying, greed, jealousy, envy, lust, whatever the deadly sins that you know what I'm saying, some are challenged with. Which brings me to another subject. This whole ideology of if I'm if you're my man and I'm taking care of you and providing for you and the relationship ends, then what do I do? Right? Let me tell you what I've always um informed my women. Or what I do inform I can't say always because a lot of this was learned through experience over time. But one of the things that I invite my women to do is have a secret bank account. Have a secret savings account that you never touch and you just keep adding an escape fund. Hey, if I need to get the fuck away from this nigga or whatever the fuck is going around him for whatever reason, right now, I got this account. I ain't got to touch it. Not if you need some shoes and you ask me for something and I ain't got it right. No, 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 no. Like an escape fund. You know what I'm saying? I encourage you to go ahead and to create you one and to keep putting money in there. I just ask that after every 5 or 10 years that you don't, that you take half of it and blow it on me. You know what I'm saying? If you got 50 bands saved up over that 10 years, you done say 50 bands and you ain't had to escape yet, blow 25 of it on me. Do something for me. You know what I'm saying? Period. But if 7 years go by and you just feel like, this was whatever it was, and you ready for something different and you ready to go away and get away or whatever, and you let me know, and however I respond, you know what I'm saying? If I'm like, all right, well shit, bye, then you could be like, all right, bye. You go get you a whip, get you a car, get you an apartment, you know what I'm saying? Move, whatever it is that's right. I encourage that. I encourage that. Like I do feel like there's nothing wrong with what we might call safety nets. You know what I'm saying? Like I be telling my women, when you need something, you need 74 bills, just tell me you need 100. I'm not gonna take that as lying, because and the reason I'm saying that I explain these things is because I'm very big with honesty. Don't lie to me. This is the number one. Like once I feel dishonesty, everything else is kind of like, all right, I can't trust you no way around, and just fucks everything up, right? And so if I'm saying that, and then I'm saying, put money up, but I'm saying, oh, if you need something, tell me the exact price you need. No, I encourage it. If you need 70, just round up to the fucking 100. Take the 30 and put that shit in your savings. You know what I'm saying? You need 300, just say you need 500. Fuck it. And when I send you the 5, put the other 2 in the savings. If I say, hey, you tell me you need something, I say, hey, you gotta wait a minute. Then you just gotta wait. But once I send it to you, whatever it is, if you got extras, put it in the savings. You know what I'm saying? You hit a lick, you got a bonus from your work, whatever, whatever. I don't require you to give me your shit. Put that shit in your savings. Build that motherfucker up. But just know that I want you to give yourself time frames and say, if I don't leave within this time, I'll take it. Because I want you to keep half of it, because you might decide to leave 10 months after that and you done blew all the fucking money. No, just half of it. You know what I'm saying? What? If you done saved up 10,000, you got take 5 and let's go to Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? Some wild shit. So yeah, but so that type, like, because you got to think like these things, because now why? Because of the whole marriage thing. What about that shit? The whole like, oh, I want to be married. I want to feel. I want to be part of. Right? What type of ceremonies do we offer? What type of, what? Hey, one at a time. What are we doing to satisfy the ceremonial and traditional parts of us that we have as a cultural people? We know we have it, right? Because most of us do not bear witness to the U.S. government as the governing body over us. So if we do incorporate that, it would be usually for the foundational relationship. For instance, right now, the relationship I'm in right now, one of them has 2 of my children. One of them does not. So it's kind of clear that if something happens to me, the majority of what I have needs to be provided to. Now, based off of, time and service and things of this nature, as they call in the military and all of that, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I got somebody who's been next to me, shit, motherfucker. Hey, cut it out. Shit, no, more than 20 years now. More than 20 years. So, even individuals who right now who are next to me and have my children, like when you line those things up, like, yeah, like you got my oldest child is 3 years old. Like, yeah, our relationship is 5 years old. Our relationship is 20 years old. She done raised all my baby. Like, so these kind of things have to be kept into account. You know what I'm saying? These things do have to be taken into what comes with it. Because the way I see it is all of my women usually assist me in becoming successful. And what I mean by that is when I add another one on, she's adding more success to me. The things that she does, the people that she has in her network, all of these things. Let's not act like I'm blind to this. This is adding to who I am. When they know that I am your man, they will, I'll just go to my so-and-so's man. He does that. He has that. There is a whole, just like when you get a woman, I always say women are useful land. Men are farmers. We plant the seed in them. They the one, the baby grows inside of them. You all are useful land. I'm just a farmer. So as many acres as you have, I need to be able to work. But if something goes wrong with whatever you have, guess what? Don't worry, we got reserves. Because I'm a part of all of this. And so if yours, you get hit by Lotus and a flood and all of your crops is gone, it's cool because she got 100 acres, so she shares 50 off the top with me. She got 100 acres. She could, because they all had 100 acres, but nobody was doing no good farming. Every farmer that came on and said they was going to farm, they stole motherfucking tractors. They stole the fucking pipes and lines that put the water sprinklers out. The motherfuckers stole the goddamn soil. How the fuck you steal the soil off the farm? These motherfuckers. So she ain't had nobody to bring forth. Then I came and I replaced all the sprinklers. I replaced the tractor. I got her some new equipment. Motherfucker, we got the farming. Now her 100 acres is bountiful. You don't think that she appreciate me? And you don't think she know what the rest of them been going through? Oh, girl, I want your motherfucking farm to flourish like mine. You better see if he got any motherfucking openings. Fuck you mean. That boy ignorant. Yes. I've been telling y'all this shit. And to those of y'all who knew, welcome. If you knew, because I have been sending out some friend requests and adding on like woo woo. Like, yo, let me so to those of y'all who knew tapping in, welcome. It's your boy. Talk to me, I talk back. Talk a little shit, I talk that. And if you got some questions, comments, concerns, present them. You know what I'm saying? Because this ain't my platform, this ours. You know. Hey, Jessica, peace, baby. Hey. Sheree says, I'm bisexual and I honestly prefer to have my own. I'm not interested in picking anyone that he is attracted to. Those are his women, not mine. But homie, we'll know off bat that I will have my own. I know that's right, Sheree. See, I can support that. She says, the only problem that I would have is if the other women's purpose is to come in and to tear down the kingdom that we are all building together. Once I detect that, I would say, so let him know what's being done. Then I step back and allow her to show her the bullshit. Very good one. Very good conversation to bring into this. Very good. Thank you. Let me address that real quick. Hold on. Let me address them real quick first. So I need to whoop y'all. Then get out of here. Because I don't like whooping y'all. So don't force me to. So either go play in y'all room or go watch y'all movies or go paint or go make a puzzle or do something. Stop it. Okay, so to address the whole thing about the other woman coming in and tearing down what the family is building. Very good topic. And I'm going to say this. There's a few different levels to that. First of all, shut the fuck up about my woman. That's what I have to say to any of my women who have anything negative to say about any of my other women. Hey, shut the fuck up about my woman. And my rule is that when first of all, one of my rules is the first one that gives me an ultimatum is the one that has to go. There is no ultimatums in my kingdom. So it was like, it's either me or as soon as you say that, there's no need to even end. I don't even got to hear the last part. It could have been one of the ones I was thinking about getting rid of anyway. Whatever you dismissed. Bye. Thank you. I'm cool. Whatever. You can go. We don't do that. We don't do that. We don't put people in a decision where even when I was in a relationship with a woman who had a relationship with another, and I got tired of being like in a relationship with a woman who had another man because I didn't like the things that I didn't give her an ultimatum. I let her know, like, I think I'm good on this relationship. I'm gonna go ahead and step on up out of it. And she was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. So if you come to a point where you feel like you're fed up with whoever she is or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and that king ain't handling his business right, yo, you should remove yourself, but never come in and give an ultimatum, because that will be his downfall. Because now let's go into that part. I'm very, very aware. Like I'm not the type of person that a whole bunch of shit's going on and I'm not being aware of it. I'm not hearing it. I'm not understanding. So with that being said, you know, I do feel like it's a man's place to keep the bullshit from amongst his family. You know what I mean? I'm one of them who checks the bullshit at the door as soon as it starts, as soon as it happens, as soon as the comment is made. Like, hold on, wait. The fuck? Why would you? No. Nah, we not finna do that. No, that's not finna happen. You know what I'm saying? And so if that's the problem, that man ain't doing that enough, then that needs. But another thing is, like, if there is bullshit, then y'all don't need to be even seeing each other. Don't follow each other on social media. I invite any women dealing with me to not follow no other woman dealing with me. I invite women that's dealing with me, laying in bed next to me, kissing me every night. Don't follow me on social media. If you are easily triggered, then you don't need to have communication, nor do you need to have the information that's going on. If somebody's sending somebody posting, oh, this made me think about you, babe, and tagging them, and you mad because you ain't get tagged in the last week, you know what I'm saying? If that type of shit occurs, there's things, again, this is what me and we talk about healing. And these is where poly relationships can reveal a lot of stuff. There's no shame, but you need to isolate yourself until you take care of whatever it is that causes you to have this jealousy, hatred, envy, greed, blah, 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 whatever it might be. You know what I'm saying? So that was a very good topic of discussion, because there, you know, I don't know. I'd be wondering how other, I don't like speaking on other people and other situations because of my place in the community. So I'll say this. I feel like men need to have control of what's going on in all of the structures that belong to them. If this is my woman, this woman belongs to me. I need to know who she beefing with, who she arguing with, I'm not one of them walk past like that. Ain't got nothing to do with me. That's a woman's business. No. Shit, who the fuck is you talking? Like, no, you talking like that? Who is you talking to? Fuck that bitch. What bitch? Why? Who's the bitch? Why? What's going on? Because I'm very aware that women can become and act out sometimes in an emotional way, and sometimes things can go too far because they were responding with reacting with emotions instead of responding. You know, hey, time to go upstairs. Go to y'all room. So with that being said, again, well, didn't we say leadership, guidance, protectance? Yeah, because a lot of this shit, it carries on until somebody needs to lead, guide, or protect. And it's like a lot of that shit ain't got to get that far when it's nipped in the bud. You know what I'm saying? So I'm one of them. So I don't allow that type of shit to even take place around me. You're not finna be fucking with my other woman. That's like, I'm looking at wherever some shit start. Okay, hold on. What the fuck going on? Because somebody is fucking with my woman. That there's no way around that. Y'all both my woman, and both of y'all are pissed the fuck off. So by the end of this conversation, we're gonna know who's fucking this one. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody's out of pocket, and that shit is about to be fucking addressed. Because I don't want nobody fucking with my woman. Because when my woman is not at peace, then I can't be at peace. I want to come lay down. She, nah, because this bitch got me fucked up. Hold on, I'm trying to lay down. Nah, I'm not. Okay, now I gotta. What's going on? So, with that being said, no, I don't do all of that internal in-house beefing. What the fuck is you talking about? Beefing in the house? Nah. I don't want my kids beefing. I don't want my women beefing. I don't want my motherfucking brother and sisters beefing. I don't no. We don't do that. We have issues and we address them. We civilized people. We don't know how to fucking communicate. How you gonna goddamn How are you gonna do anything for your community if you can't do it in the walls of your own home? How am I teaching people conflict resolution? How am I teaching people relationship counseling? How am I teaching people trauma healing and all of that shit gonna be taking place in my house? Hell no. Nah, not around me. That's part of the package that comes with me. Is you apparently, I did not plan it that way, but apparently you have access to all of the healing that I provide. Oh, shit. Anyway, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Nah, we need to hold that shit down. There's no place for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on, talk to me, man. Talk to me. Okay, what else we got? This ain't alive no more. It's a jewelry showcase. I give thanks, Lord. It's all a business transaction. Ooh, no, it's not all a business transaction, but it is operated as a business transaction. Okay. Um, it's just like a relationship. Don't y'all look at a person if they got good or bad credit, if they owe child support, if they, you know what I'm saying, all of these times. Now that's the, like I be talking about how my resume is. My resume, my motherfucking resume is impeccable, motherfucker. Everybody in the community know me. My resume, child support. Check. Ooh, my resume took a hit. Yeah, yeah, that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, fuck that. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? I'm a father. Fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Plus, like, we have our babies at home. So y'all ain't telling me I owe y'all shit. A lot of y'all don't know that's where the money comes from that y'all owe. That's why when a woman go on FIA, they automatically hit you with child support because they saying like we can giving her the money that you ain't supporting. But when you months and you pay for all of that, like none of that shit done in the hospital, they who you owe? Nope, I don't owe y'all shit. What you mean? Talking about I owe her. You just getting in between people business. Shit, my kid's good. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, my resume. So yeah, I don't mind, you know what I'm saying? I be talking that big dog shit, but I gotta on my motherfucking resume too. Yeah, my shit ain't impeccable. You understand what I'm saying? You feel me? I can hang with big dogs though. That's the only motherfucking red flag on my shit. You know what I'm saying? What? Over how many K? Put some numbers up. I'll walk with you. Over what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Doing what? Got his own what? Doing like, oh man, all that. But yeah, but I keep them they tens, but I keep them clean though. Okay, so is it all a business transaction? Nah, nah, it's not. Because, like, again, you got to think some of these women aren't, some of them might work and she might contribute to businesses. Some of them might not work, but she doing all the fucking child care. She taking care of the children and she's making sure that things is done on the internet. You know what I'm saying? The other one might be there for oral support. Wait, what? Don't worry about it. Mind your business. I'm just saying everybody's got a place and that helps the whole package come together to create financial stability. Again, I'm a farmer. I'm investing in useful land. Every woman I have is useful land, period. And as a farmer, shit, the more land she got, the more shit that I can till and sow. And if ain't nobody brought forth no bountiful harvest on this land in the last few years, and I come out and I plant on this motherfucking useful land, and now she has all of her acres filled with a bountiful harvest, ain't I doing a service to all of us? Hmm? That's how I see it. The issue is a lot of people is investing in useful land, but they not having the resources to till these lands. And they just steal the sprinkler system in these lands. They steal the trailer. I'm gonna bring it right back. I'm going to do a job somewhere and never come back. You know what I'm saying? Now the useful land got a barn on it. Like This useful land used to be a bountiful farm, and it started to be violated. People started to steal from off of this farm until this farm got to the point where it felt like it was no longer valuable, and it just offered the things that it had to individuals, hoping that they wouldn't do damage while they was there. Listen, I tell you what, I know what y'all came for. I ain't got no. Okay. Then she starts to learn it every time she says, just leave this alone. That's the very thing that they say, okay, and then go and take. So, now, what? Man, don't ask me to tell y'all the story because it's a horrible story and nobody's going to be happy. So for everybody who like looks at poly like in a jealous manner or a negative manner or whatever, I just want y'all to know, but the part of the story where somebody comes and actually does what they say, that replaces these sprinklers, replaces the tractors, adds to the barn, puts another shed up, and then creates bountiful harvests to the point where now we have to actually build more sheds and barns to actually store the things that we are acquiring over the years. That part of the story, that's when they meet me. So you need to judge somebody else, because that's how your boy get down. And if that's not the poly relationships that you ended up in, well, then I advise you. No, I don't advise nobody, excuse me. But I do invite you to check your inventory list of how do you go and fall into these relationships. What are your checks and balances? What is it that you want out of relationships? Do you know? Can you tell the individual that you're going into a relationship with? These are conversations that are not had. What is your expectations out of this? The last woman that I just got with, that was a question she asked me straight up, and I was like, "Oh, she got it." Like I was good there when she asked me that. What is your expectations in this? What you mean? What you want? What does that mean? Being your woman? What that mean? What that mean? What you gonna do? What I'm gonna do? What nigga? What you fuck is you talking about? I love it. Yes, exactly. Yes, yes. Let's count so we can have accounts so I can be accountable. So that way, if ever I'm slipping, you can hold accountability. All of that, I'm with that shit. Because you know what I'm always going to do? Whatever the fuck I said I was going to do. So it's easy for me. The things that I say that I'm going to do, I like doing them. I like doing them. I'm a prideful individual. I take pride in doing the shit I do. I take pride in being able to speak on myself. I'm a Leo. I take pride in hearing other people speak of me. That's my new superpower. I want to be so dope that I ain't even got to brag about myself no more. Other people do it for me. And then people be like, you really did that? And I'll be like, yeah. You really was there? Yeah. That was really you? Yeah. What they said was true? Yeah. Yeah. Because being without God, that's the worst punishment that you can go through. So if I'm everything that I say I am, shit, you leaving me, that's going to be some days that you going to have to deal with whatever. If I leave you, you ain't shit. Any woman that dated me and told people that I left her, you probably need to get the fuck away from them. Either that or you need to invite them onto your podcast, because if they are a good person, they went through some crazy changes. Yeah, I talk that shit. Most of my motherfucking exes is on the book. They on social media. We cool. Like I ain't check. As I said, check my resume. Can you contact my previously employers? Yes, please. Please do. Please do. They gonna tell you what I told you. I'm an asshole, but I'm real. If fuck with me, it's gonna get you places. They gonna repeat that same shit. Oh, you think about fucking with him? Girl, let me tell you, that nigga's an asshole. But he ain't gonna lie to you. But if you trying to get up on your shit, he gonna get you there. I don't give a fuck. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? And that's why, like, men need to just like take note that all we got to do is what we say we gonna do. If your ideas of poly is different than mine, and you say, I'm gonna be at the crib. It's gonna be one crib. I'm gonna have 3 women. We all gonna live here. We all gonna sleep together. All y'all gonna work and y'all gonna take care of me. Just make sure you got it all down pat. So anybody that come around and they ask, like, what's your idea of poly or how you operate, you can explain that to them so that they can be very aware of what they signing up for. You feel me? That's how I see it. You feel me? Come on, y'all. Anything else? Any other questions, comments, concerns? You know what I'm saying? What's popping? I see y'all tapping in, trying to see what's going on. You know what I mean? Shit, this ain't my platform. This ours. You feel me? Oh man, what else? Let me. What is there? Anything that I missed? Is it? Yo, y'all brought up things that I didn't even think about bringing up. So shout out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all made this a jewelry showcase, as my brother Logic called it. You know what I'm saying? So is there anything else that maybe somebody's been thinking about poly, or they have a projection about poly, or they have this idea, whether it's in support of or against? Let's keep it respectful. But is there anything else that anybody want to drop, that anybody want to ask, that anybody want to go through? You know what I'm saying? Um, oh, hold on. Okay, let me say your name. Hakama, Hakamarade, Hakim Marade, Hakamarade. I'm hacking your shit up. H. Roberts says, you so on point all the time. Crazy part, women are sharing unknowingly. But why not do this the correct way? Community building is key. Age allows you to see the difference for polygamy. I do admire that you've had long-term relationships so you can teach elder. Yes. Plus, it's so many broken families. That's right. And structure is definitely needed. Men hold. That's made so much sense. Strong leaders for the lifestyle. Indeed. Thank you. Thank you. I agree with everything you're saying. I cannot function if there's issues going on in our house. If communication not working, I shut down. Once I shut down, it's either to burn that bitch down or remove myself. 9 out of 10, I remove myself. Because all that anger management I went through would go to waste. I know that's right. Yo, hey, shout out, shout out. And yeah, the home is supposed to be a place of freedom and love and safety. And whenever any of that shit is threatened, that's an issue. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that because I don't want that done to me. And I don't want none of my women expecting that, because one of the main thing that women look to from me is protection. And that ain't just physically, like they ain't in gangs and shit. It's usually emotionally. You know what I'm saying? And so another woman can threaten that. You know what I'm saying? This is her place of peace. This is like, this not the internet. This is her home. So if you're my other woman and you're bringing that type of energy to her, like, no, I got to check you. I got to check you. I got to figure out what's the cause of that. Where did it start? And we got to eliminate that shit. You know what I'm saying? Flat out. Like, I'm going to protect my woman at all costs, even if it's from my other woman, period. And I always let that shit be known. You know what I'm saying? I've had situations where it's like, oh no, we need to have a conversation, because if you think this is the way this is gonna go on, like, it's not, because I don't need nobody around me feeling like they can't be safe. Fuck you mean? From in the house, the fuck? Like, this ain't the streets. You know what I'm saying? Yo, hey man, I appreciate y'all tapping in, man, making this a dope ass live, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all brought some shit into the game. You know what I'm saying? Anything else, man? Anything else? Any other questions, comments, concerns? Anybody want to build on anything else? You feel me? I'm having a good time, let me tell you. Like, I love, like, it's been a event because I used to talk about all of this shit a lot, and I kind of got out of it, because I had experimented with taking on a monogamous relationship. Like, I've been through a lot of healing. Me and my mom's got some type of relationship now. Last time I seen her, we sat and joked and laughed for hours. It's like, this shit is crazy, because I never thought I would ever say that in my life. But it's a reality now, right? So with all this healing that's taking place and all of these things and these changes and these different healing modalities that not only have I come upon and learned to use for myself, with all of these different manners and mechanisms and modalities of mental and emotional and shadow work and trauma healing, all of this shit, I gotta do it first. Like, I don't know how many of y'all know that or not. Like, everything that I do, I've done it first. Like, y'all have not done anything that I have not done yet. You know what I'm saying? I just want y'all to know that. Like, I don't serve medicine that I ain't partaking in. So, with that being said, um, I felt like shit, maybe now I'll be able to approach a monogamous relationship with a difference. Because I always thought that polygyny was my response to my desire for love because of the abandonment from my mother. That was what I thought. So I thought that now that all of this shit has been addressed, which it already had, but then to actually have a new reality with my actual mother, like, damn, I already did the work, emotionally, trauma, all this. But now to actually, and on top of that, I get my mom back. Well, damn, well, thank you, ancestors, thank you, all that. Like, thank you, I did the work. Most people, a lot of people don't get that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I know and I'm honored, right? So, but then it's like, all right, well, let me try this monogamy and shit. And I went into monogamy and I was like, oh, what the fuck? Is this what this shit is about? Is this what these men be facing? Is this what these men be doing? Is this what, oh man, nah, nah, I'm good on this. Nah, one, it don't even expect enough from me. Like, this is whack as fuck. Like, just that's all I do. Just you. Just look at you, take care of you, provide for you, protect you. That's it. Don't worry about nobody else I meet that I know, no other bonds that I create, no matter how I feel. Don't do nothing for none of them because it'll make you feel okay, got you. Like, that's okay. Somebody today said, because I responded to the part of her saying, to me, poly is nasty. And I responded to that. But she said, to me, poly is nasty. I wouldn't want to do it, swapping DNA with multiple people. And then she said, however, I do be thinking that for those people who are healers and that them being poly is part of them and the comfortability or ability, and I'm paraphrasing, for them to be approached for healing. And I was like, damn, because that is so true. A lot of women have approached me in a sexual manner or a interest manner, but what attracted them was the healing. And so it's like pay for my services, but I want to have full access to you as a person to take part of your services. I had to kind of realize that. So it's very, very thin line between that. I have had to have conversations like, look, yeah, but because of the relationship of you as a client, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then there's the other parts where it's like, okay, boom, I'm fucking with you, or whatever we've gone through, and now you want me to do an ayahuasca ceremony for you, or to like, wait, what the fuck? Like I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm saying that those borders and those crossing and it just creates but at the same time, some of the relationships that I have fallen into have been for a massive amount of healing and understanding and bringing back into community and society and self and so many other things. You know what I'm saying? And now those ones that I didn't know and then fell into and I just found comfort in, I'm like, shit, that was awesome. It was great. But it's not something that I invite in my practice. But as a medicine man, I do get what you're saying, as a spiritualist or all of these different things and what I have to offer and the discomfort that some women have dealing with a man, sometimes just period, or a man who has a woman, or a man who has a woman who tends to give off energy that is repulsive at best to other women. It could be like, I would, but the person next to him, right? Those types of, and this is something that I had to give the understanding to individuals that I deal with. Like, look, like that can't be. So that's why when she made that comment about being a healer or a community member, I would say, let me just say that, and our access and the ability for people to have the access, because healing is an intimate thing. And so I understood exactly what she meant. I'm not saying sexual, y'all. Healing is an intimate thing. Not a sexual. They in my lap, they going through it. We might sit here like this for a few hours. Motherfuckers might be throwing up. I'm grabbing their hair, wiping it from their mouth. Like, healing is intimate. It's like when you going through those different things, those different chambers, it can be intimate. And they need to feel safe with that intimacy without feeling like now that they are a sexual target. Like, now she laying in my lap and I start rubbing on her chest or some other areas, like, yo, what the fuck is going on? That is not, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said it's not invited into my practice. See what I'm saying? But if I'm dealing with an individual and this is somebody that I'm dealing with intimately, and we go into that healing chamber, shit, I'll be okay with that. That, happens with my mates all the time. Like, shit, we're going through altered state of consciousness, and boom, some shit to go through or come up, and those traumas or whatever might come out, and boom, automatically I go right into the mode that I go into when I'm with one of my clients. Like, immediately I just switch over into medicine man mode. Like, I'm a shaman, so shamans work under the altered states of consciousness. It ain't like I'm too weak as a motherfucker to be able to understand what's going on, what needs to be. Like, I'm gonna be what needs to be. You know what I'm saying? We said protect, provide. Like, we meant all things. So boom, she need that. I'm protecting her fucking comfort, and I'm providing that support. You know what I'm saying? As who I am. Shit, I ain't gotta go put on my mud cloth like I do when I'm in ceremony. You know what I mean? But I go right into that mode. You know what I mean? So that thing that is available, but I just want to be clear, like, nah, but it's not like, oh well, shit, you the medicine man, I can just come fuck with you for some healing. Like, nah, that ain't what this is. You know what I'm saying? This ain't that type of party. Like, I'm trying to help you that, because the fact that you would feel comfortable with going into that like that, that is something that needs to be addressed and healed. And here to help you heal that, not take advantage of that, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a very, very, if you know that you need to be a client of mine, put the attraction up. Don't discuss it. Like, come and discuss. Like, you can let me know that, but like, that's not something that's gonna be moved upon, because, like, now, if you attracted to me, but you also need healing, then you can let me know that up front. You know what I'm saying? Because I might be like, well, let me deal with the healing first. And then after that, once you're done, we'll see if you still attracted to me. That part. Yeah. Cause yo, this healing shit is something serious. You know what I'm saying? And when you heal, sometimes you walk differently. Sometimes you talk differently. Sometimes you move differently. Sometimes you want difference. And those things that you might want not be in accordance to the healed you as it is to the you that needs healing. See what I'm saying? So with that being said, come on, let's deal with the healing part of it. And then afterward, you probably ain't even really still gonna want to be, you know what I'm saying? Because this is an attraction thing, right? And there's a couple different types of attractions. And the first two that I tell people to be very aware of, well, the first one is what's called the unknown attraction. What's that? That's the attraction to the unknown. This is that type of attraction that's like immediate, like, yo, I like this motherfucker. I want, because you are just wondering about all the parts of them. whether it be physically, financially, sexually, emotionally, mentally. It's something about them that in those arenas attract you and make you want to investigate. It makes you want more. And when you want more, there's a lot of places sometimes that the mind automatically goes to. You attracted to me. So most men want some pussy. So the idea to come on sexually to this individual, right, would bring about the ability for me to know the unknown. All right, then we do that. Let's say we do that. Now all the unknowns start to become known. Now you know what it's like to be around this motherfucker. Now this ain't as much as you thought it was. Or the way he talk and the way he move is different. Or, well, he say this, but when I'm actually living that and seeing the balance in it, it's different when you the new chick. But when you actually live it, yeah, exactly. Right, right. So all those I wonder what's started to be, now I know what. Now are you still attracted? Because if you are, that's the attraction you want to move with. That unknown attraction to get you fucked up. You'll have me regretting. You'll be mad you did. You'll be feeling like that. That was why, yo, when I was out here and I was really like, because I was a mess. Let me just tell you, that's why I talk that shit. Because like I ain't never had no problem getting with women. I was a whoremonger, as they called in the church. You know what I'm saying? Or promiscuous, as I've always also heard. I like that one. I was very promiscuous when I was in the military. You got the young black girl who giving out all the pussy because she ain't had no father, nobody cared about her, so she's trying to give out whatever she think that they care about, so maybe somebody will care. I was the male version of that. I figured out what motherfucking women like, what they want. Like I studied women. I liked them so much. I studied them. Like so, I mastered the art of fucking with women. Like you know what I'm saying. But I was never on some pimp shit. I might have macked a little bit, but never no pimp shit. Right? Like I was a mac and I was a gigolo. Because in all of this, I don't have a negative because I've been there. I've done it. I've literally sold my body. I've literally built a motherfucking prostitute for women. You know what I'm saying? So I understand a whole lot of shit a lot deeper than when people just be talking and thinking that I just be talking outside of my neck like I ain't go through some shit. Fuck you. You don't know what the fuck. Right? So that's why when I be hearing these women, I be like, shit, I've been saying that shit. I know that's right. Because sometimes she talking for all of us. Oh, okay. Go and lock the door for him. So with that being said, I'm one of those individuals who live that same thing. So that psychology I'm very aware of, right? And so that's why it's easy for me to navigate that and help women to heal these different types of mindsets. Cause shit, me too. You know what I'm saying? The yin and the yang, as long as it's within the shape, I could teach you. Now, when we start talking about the different color, black can't teach the white can't teach the black. But black can talk about the experience of the white, and white can talk about the experience of the black. But them motherfuckers, they fit in the same motherfucking shapes. You understand what I'm saying? So, all right. So Miss Alice said it's way too greedy to share my magic wand. If there's something up in there, I want it. Okay, hold on. Oh, I'm way too greedy to share my magic wand. If there's something up in there, I want it. Okay. So I understand, and like and like I said, this is where relationships are agreements. You know what I'm saying? If a man agrees to that, some want that. You know what I mean? Me personally, now when you saying that, it's like, oh, she ain't talking about the finance. She talking about sharing her man, right? Well, that's again going back to the how a woman having ownership of me. Like I can't allow that myself because every time women had ownership of me, I was abandoned, I was misused, I was this, that. And in my history now of watching women in our community, a lot of them are operating with boys and men from an emotionally tarnished point of view. So me to allow women who are scarred within their own realities, shadows, traumas, and sometimes even with those with men, with the my daddy wasn't there, he wasn't a provider, men ain't shit, blah blah blah. There's no way I could put you in an ownership role of me. So with that being said, I'll make the decisions on where this should go and where it shouldn't. Thank you. I'll keep ownership. Now, should you like to borrow some for your pleasure? Oh, I will gladly drop that dick off in you right all the way up in there where you were saying if it's something that's in there you want in, if it's something that's in there, I'll find it. A lot of niggas don't know about. And when you give it in there, pop, it's like, oh shit. Yeah, that room there. So I don't be tripping on that, right? That's mine, and you can use it whenever you want. You know, whose is this? Whose dick is this? Look, while we fucking, it's yours. While we fucking, it's yours. So I'm gonna tell you, oh, it's yours. It's your dick. Yeah, it's your dick. Slamming that motherfucker. It's yours. Once I pull it out of you, right? It's no longer in you. At that moment, I take ownership back of it again. Cause somebody has to. It's kind of like, it'd be like both of ours would just keep it on my torso. So, you know, you can't share it. It's mine. I'm sharing it with you. See how that worked? So the idea of owning it, this goes back into the slavery thing. Like, no, that's it. That's but no ownership, just exclusiveness. I never told my husband no. Drop it. Okay. Now, the whole I never tell you no, so you don't need to go nowhere else is not a matter of I need your vagina or I need your whatever it is. That's the whole, like, sometimes what I'm looking for is because of you, whether it be mentally, emotionally, physically. And when it's not, sometimes it's because of me. I want, I'm that, like, when I pick my other woman, they're never the same types. Like, I don't got three of, oh, they all look the same. Like, no. What if I do, what if because a lot of times I ain't even picking them for nothing sexual. So your idea of that, sometimes it's a relief to have sex without the, okay, let me be 100 with you. There are some women who, because of what they've been through, them reaching an orgasm is a chore. Mm-hmm. And as a man, if I own this motherfucking 100-acre farm, then it's my motherfucking duty to motherfucking do them chores. And I'm gonna do them motherfucking chores. Now, I've done them chores. That motherfucking whole goddamn 100 acres has been watered like a motherfucker. Okay, now I'd like to go and get me some relief. And I would like to go connect with somebody who that when we have sex, they're not worried about how long we going. They're not worried about how, like, it's, I can just put this thing up in there and let her hold that log and just let her hold it till the swelling go down. She okay with it. You don't like that type of thing. What the fuck do you mean? Just put it in there and wait till the swelling. Fuck I need right now. So I'm gonna be over here. So when you saying I'm not sharing, what you really saying is I'm not allowing you to receive whatever it is that you feel like you need to make sure that you can continue to motherfucking farm these 100 acres. You know what I'm saying? She said, shit, it's mine even in the grave. Astral connection. Woo! See that? Y'all, listen, there are some fellas who is looking for that type of love. Y'all hear her, right? Miss, you better add her. That's that. She giving, that's genuine shit. Let me tell you. I told you, I don't knock no relationships. But shit, not me. That ain't me. When they say he think he how they say it, he think he God's gift to women. My response to that is, what do you mean think? What you mean think? Yo, I am the what? I'm that's why I be saying I am the prize. Like this whole argument about who's the prize, men or women. Men are supposed to be the prize. If this nigga come into your motherfucking life and he ain't the prize, then I advise you to go ahead and send him back to wherever the fuck you got him from. Fuck you mean? How's a woman a prize? I ain't never had no prize I had to pay for and invest in. Fuck you mean? Talk to me. I talk back. Talk a little shit, because I talk that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shit. Let me see what else we got. Who else saying something? Who else saying something? Let me check the comments and shit. Uh-oh. Miss Ellis said, I'm a Gemini. I got him. Completely different versions. He can't keep up. We both prizes. Hey, you know what? Miss Alice, I ain't even play with you. For two reasons. One, because I know you. And I know how beautiful you are. And I don't mean that in a physical way. Because you fine in the motherfucker too. So I ain't talking about that. I mean, you are beautiful. Like, as a person, your ideas, your thought process. If I was monogamous, that nigga would have a challenge on his hand, because I'd probably be trying to come pull up at you. Real shit. Like, the way you talk and the way you express yourself and your ideas and all of that shit. If I was monogamous, like, if you ain't gonna be her, you would train her for me, right? I'm gonna say that like that. But the second reason is because you a Gemini. So the two reasons I ain't gonna play with you. The first one, because the positive shit. The second one, when I talk about the relationship that I had with the one who shit went left, and it was like, what the fuck? She was a Gemini. So I have my own what's the word? Oh my goodness. Biases. Authentically raw. Yo, I love it. I love you. I love you. You know what I'm saying? But fuck that, because you a Gemini. And like, I don't think I'll probably ever fuck with another Gemini. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm scarred from Geminis. Like, if she got a Gemini moon, I might just red flag her. Like, we could fuck with each other, but I'm gonna have to watch your ass for a few seasons before I actually add you all the way on. Cause I need to see when you flip who the fuck you is. Cause my name is Sincere, so you gotta think, like, whole time I'm thinking you. This is that shit that be fucking me up every time. It's always when these women take the mask off, be like, yo, what the fuck was that? And they don't be no man, they just be a whole nother bitch. Like, who the fuck does that? Like, I'm tired of that shit. Y'all not finna keep doing that shit to me. And I'm saying metaphorically and goddamn physically, like shit, like mentally, rather. Let me not say physically, because nobody's ever done this, and we've continued our days. But you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm a fool. Y'all know I'm a goddamn fool. Oh man, yeah, nah, man. Fuck y'all Geminis, man. Fuck y'all Geminis, man. You know who else fuck too? Listen to me. You know who else fuck too? Fuck them Scorpios. Listen. Hold on. For you to fall on me now, because you know Scorpios gonna talk that shit. You talking about them? Y'all cool to be cool with, but fucking with, man. Fuck y'all Scorpios, man. Fuck y'all Scorpios, man. I be feeling like they demand too much and offer too little. Fuck is wrong with you, man? What? Hold on, you need to be still. Like, I don't know, man. Like, maybe the Scorpios I just ran into, but like they be doing way too much for too little. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we talked about, like relationships is almost like return of investment. You walking around here like you got 100 acres. B, you 3.5 acres maximum. What the fuck? Be still. Why is you demanding a place to you? It's just this niggas just gonna diss the whole zodiac sign and shit. Cause every time it's always that same energy. It'd be like, yo, why is y'all doing so much, man? What is wrong? But remember, these astrological things is also based off of, in comparison or contrast to whatever mine is. So remember, I'm a Leo, so my mama have to hear my voice to know. And nah, I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not playing. See, just like Scorpios, they like scorpions. Nope, I'll admire them from afar because they be some fine motherfuckers. Ain't them Scorpions some fine motherfuckers? Is that something that just come with the signs? Like, you should be a Scorpion. Dangerous, but fine than a motherfucker. You want it. Like, never mind. Hold on. Is that a stinger? Nah, see, you almost. Yeah, nah, we can dance like this. Scorpions be finer than a motherfucker. They be sleek, they be sexy, they be having, like, you know what I mean? But you know, my favorite though is them thick ass Sagittariuses. Well, I seen y'all motherfucking leaving and coming. I love them Sagittariuses. You know what I'm saying? Them Sagittariuses, y'all can roll anywhere with me. Them my motherfucking babies right there. I don't even gotta know if she a Sagittarius. Leave her alone. God damn it, leave her alone. Big facts on them Scorpios. Yeah, man. Yeah, them Scorpios, something. They sexy, they sleek, they bad, they all that. But them motherfucking thick ass motherfucking Sagittarius though, with them thick ass legs and them hips and them backsides, right? Hey, they come with it. Usually Scorpio, Sagittarius, they got that body of a horse, you know what I'm saying? Usually it's the backside, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I love them Sagittarius, man, because they ain't scared of the fire. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't bother them. They like, if it get too heavy, I'll stomp it out. You know what I'm saying? They big dog deluxe. They ain't threatened by a Leo's rah rah. Like, you're triggering me. Like, oh shit, my bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I trigger a lot of motherfuckers, but they don't ever be Sagittariuses, man. You know? And then my weak spot be them with the Capricorns. Capricorns. I'd be like, I will not like you. Shit. Like that motherfucker. Don't do it. Fuck, cause she ain't got no feelings. Like, what the fuck, man? I'm too emotional for that shit. The clutching my pearls and shit. Fuck you just say to me. You attract to them because of their fire sign of Sagittarius, right? Hell yeah. The Sagittarius, they ain't scared of the fire, Roger. You know what I'm saying? See how that Gemini energy got you in your thoughts? That's mental foreplay. You know what? See, I told you I ain't finna play with you. For 2 reasons. You beautiful. And you a Gemini. I ain't fucking with you. What Bernie Mac say? I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Oh man, this has been fun, y'all. I'm glad that we had to talk, you know what I'm saying? Going through this motherfucking talk with all of these different polycom, appreciate them, how to respect them. Everybody needs to respect everybody else's relationship. It ain't gotta be yours, baby. You ain't gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't running around about, man, I could never do no monogamous relationship. Them motherfuckers be followed by whatever nonsense I want to add and put on and project on to some people who ain't fucking with you. I would never do a gay relationship. Them motherfuckers be, hold on, how you know what they be doing? How long you was in one of them? Like, I ain't never been in anyone in the fuck game. Why the fuck you talking about? Shut the fuck up. Shit. Man, I just wanted to come on and talk some shit, man. I was feeling good, man. I had a couple of little time to do a little something. And I was talking that poly shit today. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else waving they motherfucking flags, whatever color. We need a flag for the poly people because, like, the poly is LGBTQ too. Motherfuckers, look, poly people gonna wait. The fuck you just say? Hold on, bro. Don't play with me. Nah, lifestyle wise, poly is sexual deviancy. Anything that deviates from the original man, woman, child. So when you throw another man in there on the other side or another woman on the other side, even if that woman is only with the man, even if it's, wait, hold on, me and my wives don't be having sex. My wives is all straight. Your wives are operating as straight. See, now I'm being an asshole, but I'm also being challenging. A lot of individuals who are in relationships with these straight women, these women is operating as straight because that's what the fuck they man is attracting to a demand. There's a lot of women who are on the DL as well. So with me, be who you are, but let's be respectable. That's a little different. She ain't gotta be shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that whole idea of what she gotta be is like, I'm not looking for a person and accepting them, I'm looking for somebody to fulfill a position or a role that's a little different. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little looser when I come to my relationships because I don't fit the standard model of the man that you might have in the community. Damn sure don't, right? So why should my woman? You know what I'm saying? All this talk about body counts. Shit, y'all want to talk body counts? Y'all want to talk about body counts? Y'all want to talk body counts? Don't. You want to talk about body counts? Check this out. This is my ideology. This is my input on a body count. Does a woman's body count matter to me? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Yes, it do. Yes, it do. I prefer to have some mileage on that motherfucking pussy. I prefer her to have been around the block a few times, as you might say. I prefer her to have had more than one. You know what I'm saying? Are you free to on November 9th to speak? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Wait, did this nigga just say he want his girl to have fucked a bunch of people? Yes. Yes, I'm 40 motherfucking 5 years old. Fuck, I look like asking a woman her body count. Fuck is you talking about? Listen, if it's a plus if she, you know what? Okay, hold on, Seven. Pump your brakes now. Pump your brakes. You still spitting this shit publicly. So let me keep it 100. I'm 45 years old, and I prefer my women to know what they want. When we in our 20s, we trying to figure out what the fuck we can do with our bodies. Okay? In our 30s, we trying to figure out what the fuck you can do with your body. Okay? And in our 40s, we trying to figure out where to find that. Now that I seen what the fuck I can do with my body, you can do with your body. Now I know that it's about finding that person that matches me. So I'm 45. I'm in that phase. So if you asking me if body counts matter, I'm not asking a woman her body count, but I'm hoping that she has a high, like if her body count is in the single digits, I probably don't I'm like if her body count is in the single digits, then I would like for her libido to match that. If your body count is single digits, but you trying to fuck every day, we not gonna be in a relationship. No, we not gonna be in a relationship because something going on. Like you just are hitting that point that you're like, oh shit, I'm trying to figure out what something do. I prefer mine to have already been through that. Some of y'all might not know what I'm talking about. That's okay. This is not a judgment thing. Some of y'all might not have even been aware that that's what the fuck was going on. That's okay. Now you understand it, right? So if Miss Alice said in the 50s, so can you blow my mind? Hey, okay, hey, listen, you know what? Don't girl, don't you get me started now. Yo, sir, you get me started. I'm not playing with you. I keep saying I'm not playing with you. You almost getting me in there because I was about to talk that shit. Talk to me. I talk back, talk that shit because I talk that. Listen, but on some G shit. So for me, you know what I'm saying? When a woman has experienced what her body can do comfortably by her choice, not force. A lot of them have not even found that because of the traumas that was put upon them. Now they not even comfortable with really finding out if you know what I'm saying. It's just so many different aspects, right? So for me, a woman who has become free within her sexuality and has explored her sexuality fully and now is trying to find the fulfillment within her sexuality is where I like to come in at, like right there, what you just said. If she says shit like all of that, I'm with that. So when motherfuckers talking about body count and what's her body, oh, she got a high body count, you should hope so, motherfucker. Because if you number two, that's all you gonna ever be, bro. Number two. You sound like Ray J. I hit it first. Yeah, well, welcome to the early when she was just giving out to niggas because was traumatized then, and it wasn't even of a value to her then, and she was just giving it to whoever, whenever, however, and wasn't even really caring for them. Shit, when I be trying to catch them once they realize who the value of themselves are, they didn't put that motherfucking pussy through the pussy workshop. They got motherfucking car washes for it. These motherfuckers got motherfucking kits at home that they pull out the box and plug up and put all type of witches brews and berries, and that shit starts steaming and shit, and they drop their pussy on it, say bow, and they sit there and smoke and sip wine and say positive affirmations. Nigga, I'm getting renewed pussy. You was getting traumatized pussy. Talk about you was there first. Yeah, you was there first when it was worse. I got it next when it was best. They wasn't steaming that motherfucker when you was getting it. It wasn't falling off the gristle when you was getting it. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm doing, you know what I'm doing. If you don't, I'm whistling. Oh my goodness, I am ignorant. Listen, hey, Malik said renewed pussy is hilarious, man, but it's outstanding also. Man, it's like getting a man to remanufacture a phone or like the car when you go to get a car and it be like, this is 2025, and they be like, no, that's actually a motherfucking 2002. It's just refurbished, and you get in that motherfucker and it's like new shit. Yeah, it's like that. And it handles better. What? Oh yeah. You know what? See, y'all taking me back to my Splat Pack president days. This ain't the conversation we supposed to be having. How did we get here? How did we get here? Listen, what I'm trying to hey, and ladies, in case you don't know, it's the same with men. When we fucking depressions, we went through our shadow work, because yes, we have to do it too. And once we do all of that and we realize the value within ourselves, and we know how to have a healthy diet, and we know how to eat proper, and we know how to motherfucking exercise, we know how to keep certain supplemental and elemental and nutritional balances within our body to keep all things right. Yeah, we know how to breathe into that motherfucker. What you mean? Like, listen, this whole talk about, men needing things, right? This was always my motto in the army. When I was slaying meat, I'd tell a woman, listen, you get as many rounds as you want. You serious? As long as you can keep me interested, I'm all in. Now, you can't be lazy laying there talking about, I want to go again. Okay, let's go again. Fuck you doing? Get up. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? This is a team effort. This is a team sport. And a lot of time, because the same thing that gives you all arousal to get y'all moist gives men arousal to get them hard. So if you making the man feel like, oh, nigga, that's it. Oh, nigga, I want to go again. His whole shit is shutting down because of what he's feeling. This ain't going to make him feel confident and all of it. Like, but talking to him like, okay, I see you over there. It's all good. Get you a break. Get you some orange juice. I know how you do. You know what I'm saying? You going to be right back. And you talking that shit and you motivating him and you getting him right in and he getting his orange juice because he know, oh, she's serious. She want to go. Like, then he's going to be able to perform again. I coached a man back from prostate cancer surgery. I'm a private coach. Oh, shit. See, you know what? No, you just try to put your fingers in my booty. No, I already know this joke. Y'all not finna get me again. No, I'm talking shit. Nah, sometimes whatever y'all got to do is important. You feel me? I'm talking shit. You know what I'm saying? But yo, that's some real shit. Like, so like this talk about, the same thing that makes a man not be able to have or the same thing that causes erectile dysfunction is the same thing that makes women not be able to have orgasms. They the same shit. And a lot of times it's rooted in either safety or comfort. You know what I'm saying? And these things are common in our community, a lack of safety and a lack of comfort from the men and the women. And this is a large part of positive sexual encounters. And so many sexual encounters are just that, sexual encounters. They're not positive sexual encounters. They're not all the time consensual. They're not all the time understood. They're not all the time desired. And that takes away the ability for things to function the correct way. And when people get in the incorrect way, then it creates a dysfunction in the operation of ability of those individuals. And so a lot of times people who have been through traumatizing things or violations or whatever type of thing, when they wear these things, then their traumas start to replace what their natural responses would be. And so now the trauma responses is their natural way of going into these things. So even the way of going into a consensual sexual encounter, a lot of times is not what this individual is wanting to do. It's a trauma response. And so at those points and views, she's still not able to explore her sexuality. Or he. Talk to me, I talk back. Talk a little shit, I talk that. You know what I'm saying? If you talking with me, then shit. Where to talk at? Miss Alice said, facts. Oh, y'all better ask her she a jewel. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of men that's going through this out here. And that they not speaking about it. They not addressing it. They're not knowing where to go. A lot of men and women, let's be clear. You know what I'm saying? But in today's time, it's a lot easier for women to be on a healing journey and to find and look for. They got the sister circles. You got brothers that are healing. You got all these people, the sisters who are healing, all these different people. But when it comes to men, a lot of them go by the wayside, you know, because they're either ignored or because they don't know who to go to. They don't know who to talk to. They don't know who to turn to. These things are not being addressed. These things are embarrassing. These things are shameful. Yes, time and patience will unblock that suppressed sexual energy. Yes, and the actual works that go into it. That's what foreplay is. With a traumatized person, foreplay could be actually months. You might be having actual consensual sex with them, but you're not actually into the engaging in a comfortable consensual sexual experience. See, that comfortable part is a large part. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just, oh, am I okay with this? But it's like, am I actually experiencing this for what it actually is? And if there's a lot of trauma that they've been through, that they don't have the ability. This is where a lot of women will tell you they ain't had no orgasm. They'll tell you they didn't know that. What you mean? I have an orgasm every time. Every time. Like, I blame myself. That's not orgasm. You coming. What you mean? What's the difference? There's a difference. When they say that, it's like, boom, got them. Do you know that there's a difference between coming and having an orgasm? Because if not, ooh, I got something you want to know about. No, I'll tell you right now. Like, yo, that is totally different. And so that means you probably have consensual sex to the point of an orgasm. That's magical. That's not coming. There's a difference. And there's a clear difference. And if you don't know, is if you kind of like, I don't know what you mean. Where's then you have not ever had an orgasm. Very big differences. Miss Alice, I'm glad you're here. Is everything that I'm saying accurate? Am I correct in what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let me not be a man sitting up here talking about women and this, and like you're an expert and you ain't got no motherfucking pussy. Miss Alice, who was born a baby girl and has a as we call vagina, is what I'm saying accurate? You know what I'm saying? Indeed, there it is. These things, like those people, and sometimes it be people who y'all might refer to as older in our 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Like, wait, what? Like, tell me. Oh my goodness. Like, how did we get here? Because I'm trying to pace myself. Like, all right, am I, you know what I'm saying? Like, we already off topic. You know what I'm saying? But is there anything that should be held back, or like, no, just go ahead? Or should I just start a whole? I think maybe we should just start a whole nother video. This one's come to an end. 2 minutes 22, yeah, 23. You know what I'm saying? Going on 24. I'm gonna bring this to an end. We gonna regroup and we gonna lead the other conversations for the next video, whether it be, in a little bit after I feed my babies a little snack and chill with them for a minute, or whether it be another day. We gonna jump into all those other things. But I wanted to have poly talk today. So now we getting on sexuality and different things of this nature. We'll save that for another day, man. But I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for tapping in. Who gave me the thumbs down? Hey man, listen, man. We'll be back. We'll be back. Chill, me. Oh man, I appreciate y'all tapping in. I appreciate y'all, everybody who's giving their comments. I thank everybody who's been respectful about everything, regardless of your viewpoints, all of that. These are how conversations need to be, how they need to happen all the time. We need to have these conversations, these challenging ones, these things that we don't agree with, that we don't like. That, man, a lot of times, if we just take time and just listen and hear out, like, we'll understand that people just want to be happy like you do. Don't you want to be happy? I want you to be happy. I want you to get what you want. So give that for me. That's why I always in my videos the same way. Tell somebody you love them in the language they can understand it in. Peace.